Okay, so what I've got is really two different things here. I've got espresso, because on this particular painting I want to get a nice dark sky that I can pull the clouds back out of, sort of like the Bohemian Caddy. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay the espresso on it. It's right out of, they just brought me a double shot of espresso. What I can do is I can sort of play with the espresso versus my regular dark roast brew here that they've got. One of the things too, if anybody does any watercolor painting, something that what I'm going to do is, this is the stuff I've actually boiled down. So I'm going to go ahead and just mix a little bit of the espresso with it to get it a little bit darker. See how that pulls in more of the dark? And so all this in the cup is simply my Starbucks from this morning that I went ahead and boiled down for a couple of hours until it almost becomes like a resin.
The kind that let you leave the bottom hot.
Yep. Well, I watch it real careful so it doesn't get all nasty, but yeah, basically that's what it is. I was going to say is that, some of the things that you end up learning as a watercolor artist, in the old days, I used to make it a point to try to really make sure I covered all the paper, but as you get older, of course you can't see as well either, but you leave those little white spots, you're not really filling everything in, and that adds a lot of character, almost a sparkle to the painting. So, right, and so, that's one of the things that you really want to learn how to do when you, if you're doing any watercolor work, is to sort of how to leave some of the sparkle there still. Okay, so here's what all that was simply the espresso and a little bit of the stuff I just filled down. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to put some clouds in a little bit. This is just toilet paper. What it does is it pulls off see how it works? And what will happen is then it creates a hard edge where the paint doesn't go back in and leaves a nice white edge like puffy clouds.
That one cloud or two clouds?
This is just the cheap stuff.
Oh, wow, that is neat.
Okay, so